Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of CarRideReactions, the show where we always abide by the pond rules. Today was kind of a surprise viewing for me. I had seen some good reviews for the new animated Disney Pixar movie Hoppers. The reviews were really good, so I was like, screw it, I got nothing going on today. I'm going to go give it a shot. So here I am. So I just checked out, like I said, Hoppers, and let's get to it. I thought it was pretty good. It was solid. It didn't quite live up to some of the buzz that the reviews that got me to go see it were indicating. But it was a good movie. I think I'm just from a different era though, man. I'm a 90s kid. I was born in the era when Pixar was really doing its thing. Toy Story, Finding Nemo. I got all the hits are from my generation. So I look at this all animated movies are graded on a curve. I don't hold them to the same way as I would hold like Sinners or some of the Oscar nominated movies, but animated movies especially I grade on a curve just because I'm from an era that dominated, especially the Pixar era, the Pixar movies in my era dominated. So this was good to me, but like I said, not quite as good. I'm gonna go 7.5 with it. I liked Goat more, which was the other kids animated movie I saw this year. That being said, though, this was heartfelt. It was funny. The animation was good. There was some deep messages in there, and those are all things that I want from my kids' movies or my animated movies. I want the morals to be good. I want it to be entertaining. I want it to be funny for the kids as well as funny for like adults like me or parents that are going to take their kids to it. Make sure you throw some stuff in there for them as well. So that's all important. I thought they nailed all that. Really, the biggest reason I'm knocking it is probably the first 20-25 minutes. I didn't like it. You got Mabel's the main character. You get her background a little bit at the beginning, and that's very heartfelt and it's good. I wasn't as interested in like the plot of the movie itself until maybe 20-30 minutes in when we got kind of the council where you got the because that's when they kind of added lore to the movie. Like they had it felt almost like Game of Thrones coded as soon as that happened because you had the different kings of the insect king, the frog king, the snake king, the all these different things, and like the entrances and stuff felt like an episode of Game of Thrones where like there was a big meetup or there was like a council meeting and like they were introducing all the like important players like at once. So I thought that was actually really cool and really well done, lore building. So yeah, that was once that happened, the movie just got a lot better to me. And then the ending conflict. I almost said ending battle, but like that's not. I don't know if either one of those terms is technically right. But high stakes. I mean, we got a fire. We got things burning down. We got some of the animals' homes destroyed. We had some consequences with like the fact that the technology that was used for the hoppers, for the hopping technology that Mabel was using, like that looked like it's not going forward anymore. So, I mean, it just a lot. There was now that I'm talking about it, there was a lot going on in the movie, and it was very good. It just not as good as some other one. I'm being unfair by comparing it to some of the other Pixar movies, but hey, that's the name of the game, man. So let's see. Uh, some of the things I liked most about, like in terms of like the morals and the messaging, is two of the main characters are the mayor and Mabel, and the mayor's trying to he's trying to finish this highway or the beltway is what they call it in the movie, which would end up taking out some of the wildlife homes that Mabel's trying to protect, and that's like the center of the conflict in the movie. But they do a good job of not making Jerry's the name of the mayor, not making it, even though he wants to build this beltway. Like he's not a bad dude. He's not bad intentioned. Like I feel like most Disney and kid movies like to make kind of these like caricature, like cartoonish type villains because they are cartoons and kids. But this was something where it's like we need to protect nature, but we also got to advance society. So I was kind of wondering how they would handle that, and I thought they did a good job. There was even at the end when Jerry's talking to Mabel and he's like, well, we're here right now together, so why don't we figure it out? And that's what I want to see. It's like, okay, like neither one of these is right or wrong, or neither one of these people is right or wrong. They both just have different priorities that matter to them. They have different interests. They have different people they're trying to provide and support for, different motivations. but neither one's a bad person. So like that's good for kids to see a situation like that where it's like you may want this and someone else may want that, but there's reasoning behind each one. And then sometimes, compromise isn't always the answer, but a lot of times there's an answer in the middle that both people, if they're willing to, give up a little, there's a happy ending for everybody there. So I like the way they handled that. I'm not a parent or anything, but I have a niece and nephew. So when I go see these movies now, I like think about what is that going to, for my niece and nephew, what's the lesson they're going to get out of this? I kind of get that part of my brain working. And I thought there was some good messages in there, including that one. I'm a, I'm not like an environmentalist per se, but I do think it's important to protect the environment. So I like that we were doing, I like movies that always like kind of highlight, wildlife and make you like not and make people realize or make people think about what we're doing and is it always worth it and all that. So good morals, good ethics, like I said, good humor, good writing, just not consistent the whole way through. It's probably the best way to give like a complaint in like a sentence, my complaint in like a sentence for the movie was just not consistently good the whole way through, in my opinion. Other people may disagree. I think a lot of people do. I think as of the time of recording this, I think it's like over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. But for those that don't know, the way Rotten Tomatoes does their scoring is a little misleading. Like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes doesn't mean it's like the people that rated it are giving it 98 out of 100 on the score. What they're really saying is, in Rotten Tomatoes, it's an aggregate. So I think if you rate it a 3, 4, or 5, it counts it as good, you liked it. And then if you gave it like a 0, a 1, or a 2, it's like, no, you didn't like the movie. And I think whether you give the movie a 3 or a 5 or a 0 or a 2, it counts it the same. So really what Rotten Tomatoes is telling you when they say 98% score, they're telling you at least 98% of the people who saw the movie gave it at least a 3. Like people liked it. It's not telling you how much they liked it. It's just telling you binary, they liked it or they didn't. That being said, I think it's good if you got a family that's into the animated movies. If you're into the Pixar animated movies, I think it's worth going to see in the theaters. It's good enough, like art and digitally and everything. It's kind of worth seeing on the big screen. Definitely one worth checking out at home too if you just want to put it on streaming one day when it gets to Disney Plus, because it's a Pixar movie. It will be there one day, I promise you. That's also an option too. So, yeah, I mean, not an overly complicated movie. I won't. I don't think I have too much more to say on it. So yeah, I guess we'll get into. I guess I'll kind of leave it there for you guys. My favorite trailers for this one were for a kids movie, kind of to tie into this one. Toy Story 5. I'm super pumped for. I think Toy Story 5 looks great. I like that they're bringing in the iPad and making it more technology based. And then there's I've seen a trailer a couple times now for a movie called The Breadwinner. And if you know who Nate Bargatze, I think is how you say his name, is, I've seen him host SNL a couple times and a few of his stand up stuff. He's funny, man. He's really funny. There's a movie he's doing called The Breadwinner where he's got to like watch the kids for a little bit while his wife's doing a business trip, and it looks like it could be pretty funny. I'd like to see some good comedies come back to theaters. I think that's something we're missing in the movie theater releases right now, is more just genuine comedies. Your Dodgeballs, your Wedding Crashers, your Mean Girls. I feel like we don't get a lot of those anymore. So I'll probably go check that out. I thought that one was good. So yeah, that was it for the trailers. And then to wrap this one up, what do we got coming up? I definitely got we definitely got Project Hail Mary on March 19th. Our tickets are locked in. Ken will be back for that one. I don't know if we'll see anything before. I didn't fully have this one pegged to see though, so it's very possible that I could just get bored on next Thursday and go see something that comes out on kind of a surprise. So look out for that just in case. But if not, appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment. It helps with the engagement. And then we'll see you guys in the next one. Later.